In this video, I'm going to be showing you how to use two very important order types on Bybit. Now, if you come here to this side of the futures trading page where you can carry out your trade, this is where you have your order types. You have limit order type, market order type, and if you click on this drop down arrow, you have some order types right here. And the ones I want to talk about in this video are TWAP order type and Iceberg order type. These two types of order types, I'm going to be talking about them in this video. If you remember in my video on how to do futures trading on Bybit, I talked about the limit order type and the market order type. And I said I'll be making more videos about these other ones right here. Because a lot of people just see these different order types right here, but they don't know what they are used for or even how to use them. So in this video, I'll be talking about this TWAP order type and the Iceberg order type because they are very, very important order types, and they are order types that can even help you to make more profit with whether spot trading or futures trading. So if you are interested in learning how to use these two order types to increase your profit, please watch this video to the end and please don't miss any important information. Now that you've understood that, please don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Now let's go ahead and start with the TWAP order type. So right here on this page, I'm on the futures trading page on Bybit. And if you come here to where you want to pick your order type, just click on TWAP right here. That's the first one I want to talk about. So I'll click on it. And you can see it says TWAP right here, and there are some details you need to enter right here before you go ahead and take your trade. Now, in case you don't know, TWAP means time weighted average price. Now, what is this order type used for and what is the essence? Now, it helps you to divide a large trade order into smaller orders, and it helps you to execute them at regular time intervals. Now, I know that's a lot of English. Let me break it down for you. Now, for example, if you are the kind of person that you want to enter a trade with, let's say $1,000, $5,000, or any amount, maybe a big amount of money. Now, instead of you entering the trade once with that big amount of money, without $1,000 or $5,000, this TWAP order type will help you break down that big order type, that big trade that you want to take. It will help you break it down into smaller trades, into smaller orders, and then it will be executing those orders one by one. So what I mean is that, let's say, for example, you want to enter a trade with $1,000, it will break that $1,000 trade into, let's say, maybe 10 trades of $100 each. So it will break it to 10 trades each of maybe $100 each. I hope you understand. So that's 10 times. So it will be taking the trades one by one. You take $100 trade first, then after some minutes or some seconds, it will take another $100 trade. Then after some minutes or seconds, it will take another $100 trade, until you take the whole of $1,000 trade. I hope you understand. Now, the essence of doing this, or the reason why you want to do this, is so that you can reduce the large order impact on the market or on your trade. Because, for example, if you go ahead and long BTC right now, this is BTC. If you go ahead and long BTC right now with that $1,000, and maybe, for example, the market starts going against you, maybe the market starts going down, you will experience like a larger amount of loss compared to when you use TWAP. Because when you use TWAP, the market is using something like DCA, which is dollar cost average strategy, but it is automated for futures trading and spot trading. It is automated, so you don't have to be the one buying taking the order every time. So it is as simple as that. It helps you to reduce the large impact or maybe the large loss you might experience on a trade if it goes against you. And it is really, really good. You just need to understand it. So again, please make sure you're watching this video to the end so that you understand every single part of this. So that's the meaning of this TWAP order type and how it is used. Now, how do you now go ahead and take your trade with this? Now, the next thing you want to do after you select your order type, so after you selected TWAP, the next thing you see is to select your margin. That is, which margin mode do you want to use? And don't forget, if I click here, we have isolated margin mode, cross margin mode, portfolio margin mode. And in case, for example, you don't know the differences between these margin modes, I already have a video on that. I'll put the link to that video in the description below, so you can check it out to know the differences between isolated margin mode and cross margin mode. I don't want to go into that so as not to make this video too long. So for this video, I will assume that I want to use isolated margin mode. And then the next thing for you to pick is your leverage. So you come here to where you have your leverage right here, you click on it, and then you can pick your leverage from 1x leverage to 100x leverage. Now, I also have a video on this explaining to you how leverage is used and how you can use it correctly to make more profit for yourself. So the link to that video will also be in the description below. Just check it right there. You'll see the link to that video. So in case you're the kind of person that you don't know much about leverage and how to use it correctly to make profit for yourself, I have a video on that, so make sure you check it out. So for this video too, let's assume I want to use 10x leverage. I'll just click on 10x right there. Now, the next thing you want to enter is to enter your quantity. That is, what amount of BTC do you want to trade? Now, please, I want you to listen to this part very, very well. What amount of BTC do you want to trade? So for you to know the quantity you want to enter here, you take the amount of money you want to use for this trade. So let's say, for example, let's assume I want to use $10,000 for this trade. So I'm assuming $10,000 of my money is what I want to use for this trade. Now you take that $10,000 and then you multiply it by your leverage. Please listen to this very well. So you take that $10,000, you multiply it by your leverage. So $10,000 is your own money, your own capital. If it's $1,000 too, you multiply it by your leverage. If it's, let's say, $50 you want to use to trade, multiply it by your leverage. If it's maybe $500 you want to use to trade, just multiply it by your leverage. So whatever amount you want to use, multiply it by your leverage. So like I said, let's assume I want to use $10,000. So $10,000 multiplied by 10. That's $100,000. Don't forget, that's $100,000. Now, what is $100,000 in BTC value? So $100,000 to BTC, let's just check that. So as you can see on my screen right here, I've just checked my browser, and 100,000 USD is equal to 0.91 BTC right now. So once you check it online, it will bring out to you the amount of that USD in BTC. So $100,000 is equal to 0.91 BTC. Now, don't forget, if you are using $500 times 10x leverage, that's $5,000. So just come here and search for $5,000 to BTC right there. So if it's $5,000 you get, then just put $5,000 to this place, and then it will show you the amount of that $5,000 in BTC. So don't forget, again, I'm using $10,000 and I multiply it by 10. So that's 10x leverage. Don't forget, it's because I'm using 10x leverage. Let me go back and show you. So this 10x leverage right here is what I'm using to multiply my capital. If it's 20x leverage that is there, I'll multiply that $10,000 by 20x leverage. So for $10,000 that I want to use, so $10,000 times 10x leverage, that's $100,000. So 10,000 times 10 is 100,000. So don't forget to come back here, put that $100,000 in your web browser, so you to convert that $100,000 to BTC. That's 0.91 BTC. Now it is this 0.91 that you put in your quantity. So I'll come back here to my quantity and put 0.91. I hope you understand how I calculated this 0.91. If you don't understand it, just scroll back to like some minutes and watch it again so that you can understand. So that's for the quantity. Now the next thing you are to enter is your running time. You see where it says running time, 5 minutes to 24 hours. Now, what does this mean? Now, this running time, it means that whatever time you pick during that running time, the algorithm will be placing your sub orders at regular intervals until the total quantity is filled, or maybe the duration ends. Now, let me explain. Now, for these running hours, let's say, for example, I want to pick 2 hours right there. So what that means is that for the next 2 hours, the algorithm will break down this quantity, this is 0.91, to break it down to different trades. And within the next 2 hours I've put in right here, to take those trades for me one by one. But one important thing you need to enter is also your frequency. So you can see where it says frequency right here. You pick a time. So frequency is the time interval between the trades, between each of the trades. Remember I said to break it down for you. So the time between each of these trades is your frequency. And for this frequency, you can select 5 seconds, 10 seconds, up to 120 seconds. So if I want it to be 30 seconds, I can leave it as 30 seconds right there. I can see quantity per sub order is now 0.003 BTC. This means that every 30 seconds, it will be longing this amount of BTC for me. That's if you are longing. And if you are shorting, it will be shorting this amount of BTC for me every 30 seconds. So if I'm longing, if I decide to long, that means that every 30 seconds, once I take this trade, every 30 seconds, it will be longing this amount of BTC for me, 0.003 BTC. I hope you understand. That's just the meaning. So if it longs it for me after 30 seconds, the next 30 seconds again, it will long another 0.003 BTC for me. So it will keep on doing this every 30 seconds until one of two things happen. So the first thing, that you keep longing it for me until 2 hours are over. So once 2 hours are over, it will stop longing it for me, and I'll just be waiting. I'll be watching my trade and be waiting for me to take my profit. That's just the meaning. And the second thing is that if it takes all of the trade, all of this 0.91 before the end of 2 hours, it will also stop taking the trades for me. So it's either maybe after 2 hours, it will stop taking the trades for me. Or if it takes all of these trades within 2 hours, before the end of 2 hours, it will also stop longing BTC for me. So once it takes all of the trades for me, all of this 0.91, then I can come here to where I have my trades and be monitoring my trades. So I hope you understand that. So don't forget to enter your quantity, enter the running time, that is how long you want the trades to take, which is 2 hours. Then enter your frequency. Frequency is 30 seconds, which means that I want the trades to be happening every 30 seconds. And quantity per sub order is 0.003 BTC. So this is the amount of BTC to be longing for me every 30 seconds. And then if you come here to where you have random order, this random order right here, if you enable it, if you tick on the box right there, what this means is that the quantity of each sub order will be adjusted randomly. It will be random. So that means that this quantity per sub order right here, it will not be 0.003 every time. So maybe after the first trade, it will be long 0.003 BTC. Then maybe in the next trade, it can randomly long any amount of BTC. It can randomly long maybe 0.001 BTC. Then maybe after another 30 seconds, it can take another trade again. So it will keep changing the amount of BTC it will long for you if you select this random order. So if you don't want to select it, just unselect it right there. It's not necessary. And then you come here to where you have advanced settings. So you click on it. Now for these advanced settings, you have trigger price. Now if you click on trigger price right here, it means that you want to enter the price of BTC where you want this TWAP strategy or this TWAP order type to start. So that means that if I put a price right here, you can see right now the price of BTC is 109,500. So let's say for example, I put 109,500 right there. Now if it goes down, if the price of BTC goes down to this price right here, if it goes down to this price, that's when this TWAP strategy will start taking trades for me. That's the meaning. But if I don't put any trigger price right here, if I don't put any, and I just go ahead and click on long, it will start the first trade immediately. That's just the meaning. So I hope you understand the difference. So if I want it to start immediately, I don't need to put any trigger price right here. And then the next one is where you have stop price. So stop price means that you want to put a price where you want it to stop taking trades for you. So if you want to put a price for that, you can do it. So if I put, let's say go ahead and put, let's say $112,000, $112,000 right there. That means that once Bitcoin gets to this price, it will stop taking trades for me. It will stop longing BTC for me. So whatever amount it has longed for me to that point is what I'm taking as my trade. I hope you understand. That's just the meaning. So if I don't want this to, I will just untick it right there. So once you've put in all of these details, just go ahead and click on long. And you can see on the screen right here to show you the summary of everything you've entered so that you can be sure. So you can see the leverage you are using is isolated 10x leverage. The total quantity of BTC we are trading is 0.910 BTC. The total running time is 2 hours. And then the frequency is 30 seconds. That is, we want to be taking the trades every 30 seconds. And the quantity per sub order is 0.003 BTC. Which means that I want the algorithm to be longing this amount of BTC for me every 30 seconds. That's the meaning. And the other type is market, which means that we want to start immediately. Market means you are starting immediately. Once I click on confirm, it takes the first trade. And then reduce only is no, random order, no. I'll explain that. So once you're okay with everything, just click on confirm. And just like that, you've entered the trade. So if you want to see it, just come here to where you have positions. So you can see where you have positions right here. This is the trade. So we've entered the trade already, and then you can see all the different information about the trade. So you can see this is the quantity it traded for me in the first place. So it has traded 0.004 BTC as the first trade. So after every 30 seconds, it will continue to take more trades for me. That's just the meaning. So you keep on seeing the trades. So right now, this is the value of the first trade, $877. So you can see this is the entry price for that trade. This is the mark price. This is the liquidation price. Don't forget you have liquidation price. This is futures trading. And this is the break-even price. That is the price at which is my average entry price. So if it continues to enter multiple trades, break-even is the average entry price. And then you can see your unrealized profit right here and your realized profit. So that's it right there. And in case you want to set your take profit or stop loss, this is where you can set it. Just click on add right here and then enter your take profit price and your stop loss price if you want to set it. So it's as simple as that. And then if you come here to where you have tools, click on tools. So tools right here to show you whatever tool you are using. So if you are using the chase order type or TWAP order type or iceberg, it will show you right here. So you can see we have one in front of that TWAP. So it shows us that we have one trade going on under the TWAP tool right here. We're using the TWAP tool. That's the meaning. So it's telling that you are currently using this tool right now. So if you want to go ahead and close this trade, let's say for example you are not doing again, you want to close it, just come here to where it says terminate. So once you click on terminate right there, it will close it for you. It's as simple as that. So I hope you understand how to use this TWAP order type. It's simple, it's straightforward. It helps you to take trades, maybe automatic trades with the DCA strategy. That's what I liken it to, because that's how it works. So it helps you to minimize any form of risk that might happen when you take a trade. For example, if I go ahead and put all that $10,000 in the trade at once and the market starts going down against me really bad, I'm going to lose a lot of money. Compared to using this TWAP trading strategy, for this one, even if it goes down against me, I will not be losing a lot of money because I've bought or entered the trade at different prices and different intervals. I hope you understand. So that's the first order type I want to talk about in this video. Now, before I go to the second one, please take note that you can also use this TWAP trading strategy for spot trading. You can also use it for spot trading. So if you come here to the spot trading page, this is the spot trading page on Bybit. You see where you have limit market. If you click on this drop down arrow, you see where you have TWAP. So this is TWAP. So right here, you can also enter your quantity, but in this place, you will not be using your leverage. So let's say, for example, you want to use $10,000 to trade. You don't need to multiply it by leverage because for spot trading, you are not using leverage. So you just convert $10,000 to BTC. So that's just what you do for spot trading. Please take note of that. So if I come here, I'll just enter $10,000 and then I convert it to BTC right here, and that's 0.091. That's the meaning right there. So you go to your spot trading page and you put it right there, 0.091. So for this one, you're using $10,000 to convert it. But for futures trading, you must multiply that your capital by your leverage. Then that is what you will now convert to BTC. Please, I hope you understand. So once you put in that, you put in your running time. So let's say running time, I want it to be, let's say 4 hours. Okay, let's say 2 hours. You can put in 2 hours right there. Frequency, let's say 30 seconds. Then to show you your quantity per sub order. So this is the amount of BTC it will be buying for you every 30 seconds. That's if you want to buy. And if you want to sell, it is the same thing. It will be selling this amount of BTC for you every 30 seconds. So that is as simple as it is. That's how to use the TWAP order type for both futures trading and spot trading. Now let's talk about the second order type for this video, which is the iceberg order type. So let me come back here. So this is the futures trading page. Then you see where you have iceberg here. So just click on it. Now for this iceberg order type, this is another type of order type that helps you to avoid or minimize slippage or losses. Now it is kind of similar to this TWAP order type we just finished talking about. It is split like a large order type into smaller trades for you, so as to minimize slippage. That's just what it does for you. So I'll show you how to also use this one. Now, the first thing you want to enter when you get here is your quantity too. So the same way you calculated your quantity for TWAP is the same way you calculate your quantity for iceberg. So again, let's say I want to use $10,000 to trade. You multiply it by your leverage. Very, very important. Please don't forget, whatever capital you want to use to trade, multiply it by your leverage. So if I'm using $10,000, I'll multiply it by this 10x leverage. That's $100,000. Then that $100,000, you convert it to BTC. So this $100,000 right here, that's 0.91 BTC. So you go back to your futures trading page and you put it right there, 0.91 BTC. And then you come here to where it says quantity per order. So the next thing you want to enter is your quantity per order. Now for this one, you are the one that will set how much you want it to long for you, or that is how many BTC you want it to long for you in a particular time. That's just it. You are the one that will set it for yourself. So you break down this 0.91. So for example, you can say, okay, maybe for every trade it takes, you want it to be taking, let's say 0.04. Let's say, yeah, 0.04. That's the amount you want it to be taken for you every time, if that's what you want to set it. If you want it to belong in 0.02 every trade it takes too, you can set it right here. So you just break down this 0.91, you break it down to whichever amount you want to be trading for you every time. So if I'm doing 0.02, that means that the number of trades, number of split orders, that's the number of trades. That is the number of trades you take for me is 46. It will take 46 trades for me. So that means that I'm breaking this 0.02 to 46. That's the meaning. So if you put, let's say for example, you put 0.01 right there, you will see that the number of trades you take for you is just 10. Because this 0.91, if you break it down by 0.1, that's 10 times. So that's 10 trades for you right there. So you can see you take note of that. So that's the amount of BTC I want it to be longing for me every time. So once you've entered that, the next thing you enter is your order preferences. Now for this one, you have different options. If I click on this drop down arrow, you have chase limit taker, you have chase limit offset, and you have fixed prices. Now let me explain what this means. Now, if you are picking this chase limit taker right there, this is for you in case you are the kind of person that you want it to be taking your trades as fast as possible. So you want it to be taking it as fast as possible. And it can only take a trade after the previous trade has been executed. So for example, if it takes maybe the first trade and it longs this 0.1 BTC for me, it has to wait for that trade to be executed at whatever price I put it. And once it executes at that price, the next trade will be getting ready to be executed too, and it follows that way. That's just the meaning of this chase limit taker. And then for this chase limit too, it is similar to this chase limit taker. You also have to wait for one trade to be executed before the next one will be executed. That's just the meaning, but the prices might just differ because this one might just take a little bit more time to execute than this first one. And then the next one is where you have chase limit. Now for chase limit, this means that you have to put in maybe the price that must be, that is the price difference that must be between one trade and the other. So if I pick this one right here, I can say, okay, for the first trade, I want it to enter at this price. Then for the second trade, I want it to enter after BTC has gone up or down, maybe by $100, by $200. So you can set the difference there. And then the last one, which is fixed prices. For this one, you are the one that will set the fixed price you want it to take your trade for you. You are the one that will set it straightforward. That one is straightforward. So if whichever one you want to pick, you go ahead. But like I said, this first one is better if you want it to take your trades as fast as possible. And if you want one trade to be executed before the second one will go on. So if you want that, just pick this first one. This one is better. So I'll just click on confirm. And the next thing you have to select is your price limit. So you come here to where it says price limit right here. You click on it. Now you have to put in a price right here. Now, whenever the price of BTC is below this price limit, this is whatever price you put here. Whenever the price of BTC is below whatever price you put here, then the algorithm will stop taking trades for you. It will pause, not that it will stop. It will pause taking trades for you. But then whenever it goes above this price again, it will continue taking trades for you. That's just the meaning. So let's have an example. Right now, the current price of BTC is about $109,600. So let's, for example, I put, let's say $105,000, $105,000. So it means that whenever the price of Bitcoin is below this $105,000, the algorithm will pause. It will stop taking trades for me. So whenever BTC now goes back above this $105,000, the algorithm will continue taking the trades for me. That's just the meaning. The difference between this Iceberg and TWAP is that there is no running time. So this means that this trade can run for as long as you want. So even if maybe it takes some days for it to come back above this $105,000, it will continue to take that trade for you. So there is nothing like running time for this one right here. That's the difference between TWAP and this Iceberg. So if you want to put this price limit, this one is not compulsory, but if you want to put it, you can put it right there. So let's say, for example, I don't want to put it, I'll just click on it right there. I don't want it. And then once you've entered all of those information, just come right here and click on long. So if I click on long right there, it will show me the summary of everything I've entered. So you can see the leverage I'm using is isolated 10x leverage. The total quantity is 0.910 BTC. The quantity per order is 0.1 BTC. Though I want it to be taking 0.1 BTC trade for me every trade. And the number of split orders, that is the number of trades, is 10. That means you take the trades for me 10 times. And you can see the order prices is Ax1. So that's because we selected chase limit. This Ax1 means that you always take the trade for me at the next available price right there. So that means that you take it as fast as possible. And then reduce only is no. Price limit, I didn't put any price. Post only, no. And then you come here and click on confirm. So just like that, you're already taking the trade. If you come here to where you have positions, so you can see the position has been added to this because this is BTC. If it's another trade, if it's another trading pair, it will show it under it. So because it is the same BTC I took, it will add it to this current position. And then if you come here to where you have tools, so you can see right here, this Iceberg tool, we have one in front of it. So we are using this Iceberg tool right here. So that means that you are using both TWAP and Iceberg tool at the same time. And you can also use this Iceberg order type for spot trading. If you call this a spot trading page, if you come here to where you have this TPSL, click on the drop down arrow, you see you have Iceberg right here. If you click on it, It is the same information that you entered for futures trading that you can also enter here. But for this one too, don't forget you are not using leverage. So you don't need to multiply your capital with leverage to get the quantity of BTC. So for example, if I want to trade with, let's say, $500, I'll just convert that $500 to BTC. I don't need to be multiplying that $500 with my leverage, because for spot trading, you are not using leverage. So it's as simple as that. So that's why you can use this TWAP order type and the iceberg order type. It is simple and straightforward. If you have any questions, let me know in the comment section below. And if you have any video you want me to make about Bybit, or maybe how to do something on Bybit, let me know in the comment section below. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one.